Welcome to Phase 1, the baseline phase. This is one of 3 phases of the study. Please watch this 10-minute video prior to opening additional emails for the study, and I thank you for your participation. This presentation is designed to introduce the baseline phase, describe how to access the materials within this phase, explain the participant expectations, and provide a demonstration of how to access the material. This video will be available throughout the study and can be referenced at your leisure. You can access the video again through the link in your email or review the video outline included in this email. For the introduction of this phase, Phase 1 will last 1 week. Your participation will only be required for 3 to 5 days for that week. You will be asked to complete self-assessment surveys, and in the surveys, the questions will ask you to rate how you feel about specific statements, and answers may range on a scale from never, sometimes, often, or always. The surveys will be provided through an emailed link to a survey site called Qualtrics. All emails will have the same subject line for each phase, which is titled MBSR Baseline Assessments or Assessment, depending on how many links are included. The first email will contain 2 separate links to complete. The subsequent emails will have only 1 link. I will explain more about the email links in greater detail in the next slide. Lastly, your time commitment to complete the surveys will be roughly 10 to 15 minutes for each email received within this phase. Moving on how to access the assessments. You will be able to access your email and complete the survey from any device with internet access, which could include your phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop computer. It's important to note that it is your responsibility to ensure reliable internet and checking your email at least 1 time a day throughout the remainder of this study. In your inbox, you will receive an email with a subject title of MBSR Baseline Assessments. Once you open that email, you will be provided with a link to the surveys, and also it will allow an opportunity to document any adverse events. The content in each email will have only a slight variation, as the first email will include 2 separate links to 2 different surveys, and the following emails will only include 1 link for 1 survey. That survey will be one that is also included in the first email. It's important to mention that your continued participation in the study will be based on the results of the perceived stress scale, which will be included in the first email. If your results indicate that you fall below the high to average range for stress, you will be notified by email that you no longer qualify for the study. An adverse event may be something you have deemed significant to potentially impact the outcome of your survey results, such as a spouse losing a job, a child getting ill, or something that may have impacted your stress for that time period. This is not required to complete if there is nothing to report. Now I will outline the participant expectations. You are expected to complete both survey links in the first email and to complete the 1 survey linked to the additional emails within this phase. Each email will be sent at midnight based on your time zone, and you will have 24 hours to access the links and complete the survey from when the email was sent. Failure to complete the survey within 24 hours 2 times will result in disqualification from the study. Please check your email at least 1 time per day to ensure your continued participation. Another expectation is that you access the material at roughly the same time of day throughout the study. It is recommended that you set an intention now of what time of day would be best for you and your schedule, which could be morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And examples could include completing the surveys early morning before the kids wake up or after work at your desk. The idea is to just be consistent throughout the study. There is no right or wrong time to complete the tasks. When completing the surveys, please complete the surveys in a place or environment free from distractions to ensure your complete attention to the questions. And in order to be transparent with you, I want to notify you that the researcher will be able to track if and when emails are opened to ensure your participation and compliance with the study's protocols and recommendations. Also, it is expected that you reply to the MBSR baseline assessment emails if you need to make note of any adverse events. To reiterate, you only need to document any adverse events if something comes up. It is not required. An adverse event may be something in your life that has happened where you feel it has the possibility to impact the outcome of your survey results. Additional examples may include starting a medication for the purpose of reducing depression or anxiety symptoms, a pet passing away, or an increase in workload or job responsibilities. Truly anything professionally or personally that may impact your stress for that period of time. If you're unsure if a life event would be considered an adverse event, please include it anyway. All your responses will be kept confidential. Lastly, once this video is completed, please go back to your email and reply to this email to confirm that the researcher has the correct email address. This email address will be used as the primary means of communication for the remainder of this study. Now let me switch my screen to show you how to access the material. So in my email inbox, I have an email titled MBSR Baseline Assessments. So the first thing I do will be to click on that email. And here's an overview of the email content. It will show me how many links that I need to complete, and it also will remind me that I have 24 hours to complete the surveys. Below are the survey links that are hyperlinked. I can access them by clicking directly on the hyperlink or copying, pasting the link into my browser. Below that is a reminder or a place to document any adverse events, and to also remind you do not need to reply if there are no adverse events to report. And below is my contact information. So once I click on this link, it will take me to this, and let me just change my screen here. So on the left-hand side, you can see the desktop view, and the right-hand side, you can see the mobile version. Here at the top are the directions, and below are the questions. I'm going to go ahead and answer each question to the best of my ability. And once I have completed all the questions, I'm going to click this arrow, which will take me to the page to indicate that my responses have been recorded. Now, if I have any adverse events that I wish to document for this week, I'll go back to the email and reply to it and write what the adverse event was. Once I do that, I'll click the send button. This concludes the Phase 1 information video. This video link and attached outline will remain active for this phase and can be accessed at any time. Please contact the researcher immediately if you have trouble accessing the email or assessments. I have also included my contact information here in case you have any additional questions or concerns. Please be on the lookout for the first email titled MBSR Baseline Assessments. Once this phase is completed, you will receive another emailed video which will outline the next phase of the study. Thank you very much.